Okay, I'm gonna make this real quick because the camera might not last. But I had somebody ask me for clarification on what I meant by non-commutativity, so I was just reviewing Roger Penrose's claim about pianists being precognitive, and he talked about this in 2021. But then he basically gave the same talk over the past 3 years since 2021. So I guess he gave the talk like 4 times. But what he means, he also is defining free will, which is really important because you have these other scientists going out claiming they understand quantum physics and that there's no free will. But Roger Penrose is saying no, there is free will, but it's just not energy as defined classically. So it's he calls it a passive information that's like creates a collapse of the superposition. So it's retroactive, it's precognitive, and because of relativity, but it's in terms of quantum physics, it's instantaneous. In terms of non-commutativity, we'd call it superluminal. But so Basil J. Hiley's point is that if you understand this in terms of non-commutativity, then you can maintain that precognitive information and then self-amplify it into the macro scale. And so what Penrose is pointing out is that you have this basically cubic time due to the complex number using the imaginary number. So you have a negative imaginary number in the exponential as the frequency, which is basically like the phase of the amplitude. So you end up getting this negative frequency from the future that's is in superposition with two particles, but it actually exists before the particles exist. That's the whole point of the non-commutativity, is that this time frequency is an eternal motion from the future that you can then listen to, and then through meditation you can then build up that energy and store it in the body and then re-emit it back out, or just access the information non-locally. So Penrose, he points out, he usually uses like ping pong or tennis. He likes to use a tennis example, but he also uses the piano player. He mentions this in 2021. So I just want to point out that he's explaining the secret of free will at the same time that he's also explaining this precognitive secret of what he calls proto-consciousness, which is a quantum physics term for what in meditation is called formless awareness or direct perception. So you have this inherent active information that traditionally is what people would call, whatever their religion would call it, God or Buddha or the emptiness or whatever. So that's it.